What happens to your body when you drink coffee every day? Do you belong to the 57% of Americans who drink coffee every day? If yes, do you know that this simple act is more than just a means to dispel the lingering shadows of sleep? In today's video, we will explore the delightful, fragrant world of coffee and show you 10 surprising things that happen in your body when you drink coffee every day. But what exactly is happening inside your body with each sip of this aromatic delight? From the depths of your brain's neural pathways to the vast expanse of your metabolic functions, discover how your daily cup or cups of coffee is not just a part of your routine, but a catalyst for bodily transformation. Now let's get started. 1. Enhanced brain function. Coffee, a staple in the daily lives of millions, is more than just a wake-up call. The journey begins with caffeine, coffee's most celebrated compound, which adeptly blocks the inhibitory neurotransmitter adenosine. During waking hours, adenosine levels naturally increase, leading to a decrease in neuronal activity and consequently feelings of tiredness. However, when caffeine steps in, it competes with adenosine for the same neural receptors but does not activate them, effectively putting a halt to adenosine's sleep-inducing effects. This blockage causes a chain reaction in the brain's chemical environment. With adenosine's influence curbed, the levels of other neurotransmitters like norepinephrine and dopamine rise. This surge results in enhanced firing of neurons, leading to improvements in various aspects of brain function, including memory, mood, vigilance, energy levels, reaction times, and general cognitive function. Essentially, your brain becomes more alert, awake, and focused, making tasks that require concentration, problem-solving, and decision-making appear less daunting. Additionally, coffee stimulates the release of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that plays a crucial role in neuron survival and growth, as well as in learning and memory processes. This suggests that coffee doesn't just offer a short-term boost in brain function, but may also contribute to the brain's health and resilience over the long haul. A review of 11 observational studies of more than 29,000 people also found that the more coffee people consumed, the lower their risk of Alzheimer's disease. 2. Weight management. At the heart of this story is caffeine, coffee's most active ingredient, known for its ability to stimulate the body in various ways conducive to weight management. When coffee is consumed, caffeine swiftly enters the bloodstream, journeying to the brain, where it exerts its well-known stimulating effects. But the journey doesn't end in the brain. Caffeine also ventures deeper into the body's metabolic processes. One of its significant actions is the stimulation of the nervous system, which sends direct signals to fat cells, instructing them to break down fat. This process, known as lipolysis, involves the conversion of fatty acids into the bloodstream, where they become available as fuel for the body. This is particularly beneficial before exercising, as free fatty acids become available for energy, thereby enhancing physical performance and endurance. Moreover, caffeine has a thermogenic effect, meaning it raises your body's temperature. This increase in body heat requires energy, which the body derives from burning more calories, thus boosting the metabolic rate. The metabolic boost is not monumental but significant enough to contribute to weight management efforts over time. Furthermore, one study found that people who drank 1 to 2 cups of coffee per day were 17% more likely to meet recommended physical activity levels compared with those who drank less than 1 cup per day. 3. Physical performance boost. When caffeine from coffee is ingested, it undertakes a swift journey to the brain, where its primary action is to block adenosine, a neurotransmitter that promotes sleep and relaxation. While this reduction in adenosine contributes to alertness, the cascade of effects that follow is what truly bolsters physical performance. One of the most significant impacts of caffeine is its role in the mobilization of fats from fatty tissues. By increasing levels of epinephrine or adrenaline in the blood, caffeine signals fat cells to break down fat and release it into the bloodstream as free fatty acids, available for use as fuel. This process is particularly beneficial during exercise, as it allows the body to utilize fat as an energy source preserving glycogen stores, a limited form of energy primarily used during physical activity. By delaying glycogen depletion, caffeine extends the duration of physical exertion before fatigue sets in. Moreover, caffeine's interaction with the central nervous system leads to enhanced coordination, improved focus, and an increased pain threshold. This neurological boost may result in better overall performance, as athletes may find they may push harder and longer than usual due to reduced perception of effort and delayed onset of fatigue. One small study found that consuming caffeine increased time to exhaustion during a cycling exercise by 12% and significantly reduced subjective levels of fatigue in participants. Consuming coffee about 30 to 60 minutes before exercise is generally considered ideal, allowing time for caffeine to reach optimal levels in the bloodstream. 4. Antioxidants Source. Beverages are a much larger source of antioxidants in the Western diet than food. In fact, 79% of dietary oxidants come from beverages, while only 21% come from food. Coffee ranked 11th on the list, behind several types of berries. When coffee beans are roasted, a transformation occurs. The process is not merely about turning green beans into the dark, aromatic ones we are familiar with. It's a chemical alchemy that produces a host of antioxidant compounds. Among these, chlorogenic acids stand out, known for their significant antioxidant properties. These compounds are efficient at neutralizing free radicals, which are unstable molecules that may cause cellular damage and contribute to various chronic diseases and aging. But the story doesn't stop with chlorogenic acids. Coffee also contains melanoidins, which are formed during the roasting process and have been identified as another significant source of antioxidants in brewed coffee. Melanoidins not only contribute to the rich color and flavor of coffee, but also possess antioxidant properties, helping to further enhance coffee's defensive capabilities against oxidative stress. 5. Reduced risk of type 2 diabetes. One review of 30 studies found that each cup of coffee people consumed per day was linked to a 6% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. The story begins with the compounds found in coffee. Chlorogenic acid, one of the main antioxidants in coffee, plays a pivotal role in the glucose metabolism process. It has been shown to reduce the absorption of glucose in the intestines. By moderating the absorption rate of sugars, it prevents the spikes in blood sugar levels that are typical after meals, a crucial factor in the management and prevention of type 2 diabetes. Moreover, chlorogenic acid enhances the function of insulin, the hormone responsible for transporting sugar from the blood into the cells, thereby improving insulin sensitivity. Magnesium, also found in coffee, adds another layer to this preventive mechanism. It's well documented that magnesium improves insulin sensitivity and may lower the risk of type 2 diabetes. Given that many individuals do not get enough magnesium in their diets, coffee may serve as an additional source, thereby aiding in the prevention of this chronic condition. However, the plot thickens when we consider that not all coffee consumption is equal. The benefits seem to be more pronounced with regular, black coffee consumption as opposed to coffee laden with sugar and cream. This distinction is crucial because while black coffee retains the beneficial compounds, adding sugar and cream not only dilutes these benefits but may contribute to the very problem impaired glucose metabolism that coffee might otherwise help mitigate. 6. Liver protection. Caffeine, the most well-known compound in coffee, is believed to play a pivotal role in liver protection. It has been observed to slow the progression of liver fibrosis, an early stage of liver scarring that may lead to cirrhosis if left unchecked. Caffeine achieves this by reducing the expression of connective tissue growth factors, substances that contribute to the development of fibrous tissue in the liver. By impeding this process, caffeine helps maintain liver elasticity and function. Moreover, coffee's unique constituents, carwel and cafestol, have shown potential for defending the liver against carcinogens. These compounds enhance the liver's detoxifying capabilities by elevating the levels of certain enzymes that neutralize harmful substances. This detoxification process is crucial for preventing liver diseases, including liver cancer, as it reduces the liver's exposure to potentially damaging chemicals and byproducts. One study found that drinking more than 2 cups of coffee per day was linked to lower rates of liver scarring and liver cancer in people with liver disease. 7. Heart health. Once eyed with suspicion for its stimulant effects, coffee has gradually been acquitted in the court of scientific inquiry, revealing a multifaceted influence on cardiovascular well-being. Coffee's antioxidants wage war against this oxidative stress, safeguarding the endothelium, the thin membrane lining the insides of the heart and blood vessels. By preserving the integrity and functionality of the endothelial cells, coffee helps maintain proper vascular response, ensuring that arteries may dilate and constrict as needed, an essential factor in healthy blood pressure regulation. Furthermore, inflammation is a key player in heart disease, contributing to the development of cardiovascular conditions. Thus, the anti-inflammatory effects of compounds like cafestol and carwol found in coffee may help offset potential negatives, contributing to a balanced cardiovascular system. A review of 21 studies showed that drinking 3 to 4 cups of coffee daily was associated with a 21% lower risk of stroke. 8. Mental health benefits. This connection goes beyond the immediate lift coffee provides on a sluggish morning, delving into longer-term impacts on mood and overall mental health. One of caffeine's primary actions is blocking the adenosine receptors. Adenosine is a neurotransmitter that promotes relaxation and sleepiness. Under normal circumstances, adenosine levels build up over the day, making you increasingly tired and eventually helping you to sleep. However, when caffeine blocks these receptors, it prevents this signal of fatigue, thereby reducing tiredness. But the effect is more than just a simple blockade. By inhibiting adenosine, caffeine indirectly increases the levels of other neurotransmitters like dopamine and norepinephrine. This leads to improved mood, alertness, and reaction times, contributing to coffee's reputation as a mood enhancer. Additionally, the ritual of drinking coffee may also play a psychological role, offering a moment of comfort or a daily routine that may contribute to improved mental well-being. A study found that drinking at least 4 cups of coffee each day was associated with a significantly lower risk of depression compared with drinking just 1 cup per day. 9. Increased longevity. The intriguing relationship between coffee consumption and increased longevity is a fascinating journey through the realms of biochemistry, epidemiology, and health sciences. This bond, steeped in years of research and observation, reveals how a daily ritual for millions might hold the key to a longer life. The story begins with the rich tapestry of compounds found in coffee, which go beyond just caffeine. These include antioxidants like chlorogenic acid, polyphenols, and melanoidins, which collectively contribute to coffee's health-promoting properties, laying the groundwork for enhanced longevity. Furthermore, regular coffee consumption has been associated with reduced levels of inflammatory markers, suggesting a soothing effect on the body's inflammatory processes. This anti-inflammatory action may be a crucial factor in slowing the aging process and extending life expectancy by reducing the risk of chronic conditions. Additionally, the metabolic boost from caffeine, which enhances fat burning and improves physical performance, may contribute to healthier body weight and energy levels, factors closely linked with a longer lifespan. One review of 40 studies concluded that drinking 2 to 4 cups of coffee daily was associated with a lower risk of death, regardless of factors like age, weight status, and alcohol consumption. 10. Digestive impact. The influence of coffee on digestive processes has been known for a long time, and drinking coffee after a meal has become a habit for most of us. Indeed, coffee is considered to favor digestion by acting on the acid production of the stomach, on bile and pancreatic secretion, and on colon motility. Central to coffee's digestive impact is its ability to stimulate gastric acid secretion. Caffeine, along with other compounds such as chlorogenic acids and N-methylpyridinium formed during roasting, signals the stomach cells to release more gastric acid. This increase in acidity may aid the digestion process by breaking down the food more effectively, thus enhancing nutrient absorption. Coffee has a well-documented laxative effect, which may be attributed to its ability to stimulate peristalsis, the rhythmic contractions of the muscles in the intestines which move food through the digestive tract. However, while the laxative effect of coffee may be beneficial for those suffering from constipation, it may provoke discomfort, such as diarrhea or irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, symptoms in others. How many cups of coffee are safe for you? General guidelines suggest that most healthy adults may safely consume up to 400 milligrams of caffeine per day. This amount is roughly equivalent to 4 8-ounce 240 milliliter cups of brewed coffee. It's also worth considering other sources of caffeine in your diet, such as tea, soft drinks, energy drinks, and chocolate, as these contribute to your daily caffeine intake. Ultimately, the right amount of coffee is highly individual. It's important to pay attention to how your body responds and adjust your intake accordingly. Coffee may have various effects on different parts of the body, from enhancing brain function and physical performance to protecting against serious diseases. However, it's important to consume it in moderation, as excessive intake may lead to negative effects such as anxiety or disrupted sleep patterns. As with any dietary habit, individual responses may vary, so it's crucial to listen to your body and consult with a healthcare provider if necessary. In today's video, we inform you about the many health benefits of drinking coffee every day. But did you know that there are many signs that your health might be at risk? Want to find out more? Watch 12 signs of magnesium deficiency your body is warning you about. Or watch 10 warning symptoms of e-stroke 1 month before it happens. You may watch either or both of them. Do you regularly drink coffee? Let us know in the comments section below.